guys, Spear Hunter here, back with another video. Today, in this video, I have our entire Christmas display in our front yard. So, you can see all the Christmas lights and bows on the fence posts. And then we got a bunch of string lights in our big tree in our front yard. Got two bows on the sidewalk entryway, just lights all around. There's the tree a little better. And then here we have our LED string light tree. Looks pretty sweet if you ask me. It's got that effect where it looks like it's like different colors are traveling down it. But here is this little manger scene that it's an inflatable. We got Mary, Joseph, and Jesus down there, and yet again, this is an inflatable. Pretty sweet one if you ask me. This one we had to get because our old manger scene, it's starting to fall apart, and that was from, I think, maybe 2012. So we only had to get this one about 3 years ago. So that old one has lasted quite a while. Yeah, here's the tree again. I'm not gonna show the front of the house because our address is on there. Actually, I'll just edit out our address. So there are the lights on the front of the house, and then you can see right over there we got some lights around the window, which I think is pretty cool. Here is this little lamp post. It's supposed to light up, but my grandpa modified it, and I think we can just plug it in right here. And I think he modified it so it looks a little better, but I'm not too sure. Anyways, excuse me, I'm super tired. Well, since this one grabbed my attention, I guess we'll go over it now. So here is this inflatable we got from Florida. I think it was in Walmart, one of the Walmarts, I think. We didn't get it this year. We got it, I think, a couple years ago, maybe 2022 or 2023. I'm not too sure. But this is a truck with Santa Claus in it, a wreath. It has snowflake rims. I hate this zooming slider. It's so weird. Anyways, the rims look pretty cool. There's a snowman, a Christmas tree in the bed, and a penguin hanging on. And of course, the tree has a star on the top and a bunch of ornaments. So that is this inflatable. Sorry, I just got a cold chill. It's super cold out here. Here is this little animated Christmas tree inflatable. It's not moving that well right now because we've got this rope attached to this post right here, because this one in particular doesn't really like to stay upright. When I put my foot up against here, that light came on in the penguin, so I'm not too sure why that happened. Maybe we'll do the same thing in this one. I don't know if that one has a light bulb actually, but I'm glad this one does. Let's see, there might be one in this guy. No, I don't think so. But that one is going now. Jeez, keep tripping over these things. But yeah, there is that little animated tree. 3 penguins, pretty neat. Let's move to the front part where the tiny ones are. So here is this mini elf. We got the spotlight on it because I assumed the light went out in him, so you can't really see it that well. But he is about, I'd say, about 4 feet tall, 4.5 maybe. Yeah, I think he's about 4 foot. Yeah, he is a pretty neat one. He's got this holly thing on his hat, so it's a pretty cool detail. Here is this little Christmas train that we got, and as you can hear, The fan is not doing too hot. I'm pretty sure we bought this used, so that's probably why it doesn't sound too good. But yeah, this is just a cool little train. It's about, I'd say, about 4 feet tall, kind of like the elf at its tallest point, which is the star on the Christmas tree. And then here's the main engine, little car, and then the caboose. There's a little bear in the main engine. And here's an actual new one that we got. This is Snoopy and Woodstock on a motorcycle. So as you can see, we've got the front wheel right there. Obviously Snoopy, and you can actually fold these sunglasses up so you can see his eyes, but I think we'll keep them down because you can kind of see the eye through the sunglasses. And so does Woodstock. Has the same exact thing where you can fold them up. I think it'll look a lot cooler with them down. So yeah, it's got this little hair on Woodstock. Not actually like artificial hair, it's just more of the material that they use to make the rest of it. But yeah, it's got this little headlight right here. And in the back of the motorcycle, we got this Christmas tree. Got a little star on there as well. There we go. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Exhaust pipe, I think that is. You can actually see the wheels pretty well because back behind me we actually got this blue snowman head, and it actually has a kaleidoscope light in there. You can probably see it moving around in there. It might be a little hard to see because the blue light doesn't really react with cameras that well, and it just makes the whole entire thing blue. So yeah, this thing is, I think it said 8 feet tall to the top of the hat. And we got this in memory of our 2011 Singing Snowman inflatable. Which it actually had like the old Jemmy lights in there. So the lights would come on and it would look like the mouth is moving, but it's just the lights blinking on and off. So it looked like it was actually singing, and it had a voice box on the back, so it would actually sing. Or it had a mode where it could just not sing and make the neighbors a little happier because it wasn't making a bunch of noise. Yeah, we got a couple complaints back in the past years about that. But anyways, this new one is pretty sweet. He also has the holly thing on his hat. This one is not actually plastic though, it is actually an inflatable material. And you can see it's pretty stable. Yeah, that is carrot nose. You can actually see through it pretty well because of the light in there. Anyways, on to the next inflatable. We've got this 12-foot snowman, kaleidoscope snowman inflatable. As you can see, the kaleidoscope light is going really well in there. That snowman head actually has the same exact thing, it's just a little bit slower and only blue. He is holding a candy cane, got a scarf on, and a blue Christmas sweater with some, I assume, pom-poms on there. And a top hat with that same exact holly thing that the elf had, and that is actually plastic. It's not in a soft inflatable material. Get a better angle of him right there. Yeah, you can see the kaleidoscope light in there really well, which I'm glad. And then the last inflatable over here, we've got the animated Grinch scene. It's not actually animated, but it's from the animated style of the Grinch, the first one that came out. The classic. So, yeah, we got the Grinch himself sitting on 4 Christmas presents. And he's sitting on those, and he's trying to steal an ornament, I think. And you can see his evil face right there. and his buddy Max is sitting on an inflatable Christmas present right there. And then the main star of the show right here is the actual Christmas tree. And let me turn on my flash, because you can see it's actually a soft material. It's different, like you could hear. You can hear that it's a different material. It's actually pretty soft, which I think is an interesting detail they put on here, because no one's really going to go up to your yard, or I hope not, and actually just feel it. So I feel like that was more of a choice for the owner of the inflatable, just so they could, you know, feel it. But it's also probably for aesthetic look, to make it actually look like, or something like leaves on an actual tree. But yeah, we got a string of ornaments going all the way down, and we got the star up there, 10 feet tall in the air. So pretty sweet inflatable. You can actually see the tree really well from back here. All three trees, actually. The artificial tree, the giant tree, and then this little tree right here, which we got a bunch of flickering Christmas lights in. Same thing with this tree back here. We've also got a string of lights going all the way back to the back of the house. Ring light just came on there. You can actually see that little illuminated heart that my grandma made. Pretty cool. So yeah. So that was my entire, or our entire Christmas display this year. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.